Good morning, everybody. Jim Adkins here from Adkins Results Coaching on a Wednesday from the dojo. Just a real quick video this morning. As I wake up, I noticed that there's some problems with the video already, but we'll just keep going. As I wake up this morning, I'm reminded by myself, I remind myself that even the best of us falter. Even the best of us have a tendency to fall off the wagon, so to speak, every once in a while. I'm not talking about alcohol or anything like it could be for you, but I'm talking about, positive thoughts, law of attraction, happiness, gratitude, our habits. And one of the things that I can personally share with you, there's a couple of things I'll share with you today from my personal life and some of my clients' personal lives. One with me, and I've said this before the last few months, I got wrapped up in the news cycle. I got wrapped up in watching and looking on social media and on television to see what's taking place in the world. My intention was to try to help. What can I do to help? What's happening to people where I can reach out and help? And in the process of doing so, I was drug into the rhetoric. And I allowed that to happen to myself. And like I said, even the best of us, the best intentions sometimes can falter. And it happened. And as I perpetuated the idea, I kept asking myself the question, how can people be so rotten? How can people be so mean and so disrespectful and so at times, and I hate to use this word, idiotic as a whole. And that's a terrible word. And as I did that, I was blinded to see that the more I speak about it and the more I talk like that, the worse it gets. Now, I'm not blaming myself for other people's actions. That's not what's taking place. What I'm doing is allowing myself the reality that like attracts like. Do you remember this? What you give, you will get back. What you send out will return to you. And these are truths. And as I go forward and I puff up my chest and I decide, okay, I'm gonna, as a martial artist, I know a couple of different ways to effectively control or destroy or take care of situations that may or may not be the most positive. And sometimes that's not always the answer, especially if you're seeking peace, love, tranquility, success. You don't need to bash or destroy what's in front of you. In fact, if you focus on the negativity or the destruction, it will come back to you. So today, I want to remind you that like attracts like. What you put out, you will get back. What you send out in the universe, what you send out of your soul in your community, in your state, in your town, will come back to you in abundance. Okay? So how do we stop the train and, change directions without derailing everything we worked for? Well, I want you to use that analogy or that metaphor and think about it. If you've got a train barrel in full speed and you need to stop and change directions, if you just kick on the brakes, you're going to tear up the track, you're going to derail, and everything's going to fall apart. You're going to have a mess to clean up. It's not impossible, but it's going to take a while. Or you can slow the train down and start looking in the direction you need to go. Find the tracks that suit you. What I mean by that is this. If you catch yourself having negative thoughts or reacting or responding in a negative manner, and negativity is going to be up to you to decide. What do you define your negativity as? So if you notice that, I want you to take responsibility for that thought. Take it. It's yours. And get rid of it. Slow it down. Turn it around. Change it. Your thought experiment for the day. Okay? Your thought experiment for the day is, I want you to sit down and think. You guys know what a thought experiment is, right? Sit, ponder, meditate, whatever you can do. Take time, block it all out. You can't be doing this you can. I don't want to limit your abilities. It's better if you do it with yourself, okay? Imagine, if you will, the only things you can keep for tomorrow are the things that you're grateful for today. Just imagine, if you will, the only things that you get to keep tomorrow, when you wake up, the things that will be in your world tomorrow will be the things that you show gratitude or that you're grateful for today. And then remind yourself to be grateful. Now, let me share with you from some clients' point of views on this exercise, this thought experiment. Please try to avoid going to the negative. Listen to the experiment. The things that you get to keep or have in your tomorrow are the things that you're grateful for today. Well, I've had some, I just ignore that and stop being grateful for it. And well, as soon as you focus on the negative, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. If you're focused on it, that will return to you. The energy that you give it today will manifest it tomorrow, because you're going to wake up tomorrow looking for it. That's still here. Don't do that to yourself, okay? Think about the positive stuff. Will there be bad, negative stuff? Yes, it's everywhere. There's a balance. It's out there. Trust me, if you look for it, you will find it. There's another one, right? Seek and ye shall find is an absolute truth. So, for your thought experiment, imagine, if you will, the things that you get to carry over to tomorrow are the things you're grateful for today. It's an experiment that will remind you to be grateful for the wonderful things you already have. The success in your life is going to grow from the things that you already have and you're grateful for. It's not going to grow from nothing. It won't. And success in any manner, I'm not talking about just financial, or it's in every area of your life. It will grow from the things you already have that you're grateful for. There you go. I think tomorrow I'm going to come back. Tomorrow's Thursday. We're going to talk about finding your gift. And I've had some people ask me, what is their gift? That's a good question. It's a tough question, but we'll probably try and talk about that tomorrow. On the last note today, with looking at this and going forward, I want to remind, I'm very grateful for the fact that I have the opportunity to work with a lot of different people, a lot of different walks of life. And recently, in the last year or so, I've had some politicians, for lack of a better word. And I hate to use that word because politicians have a very negative connotation with a lot of people. But let's just say government officials, career government people, and even people that are not locked into the career idea of a politician. I've had the opportunity to work with some people that would like to get into politics, or at least government, to change things. And some, not all, when you talk to them, and I could go this route too, I've even spoken to politicians who want my vote for the upcoming election and previous elections, who I have asked questions to, and this happens. And I want to put this out there for everybody, including the politicians. If you focus on what's wrong, you very rarely will come up with a solution and fix it. So if you're looking to change something, to make something better, politics, love, relationships, finances, health, whatever it is, if you're looking to make something better, you cannot focus on the negative. You're not going to find the best solutions that way. Now, I'm saying that as a definite, and trust me, nothing is that definite, but I will tell you it's probably not the best route. If you can focus on the solution. What is the solution? We don't know what it is yet, but if you focus on the outcome that you desire, as opposed to what's taking place or what you don't want to happen, you will move in that direction. Previous and current elections. If you don't like one candidate, don't focus on hating that candidate. You give them energy. You grow their name. You grow. Alice Cooper was quoted as saying one time, there's no such thing as bad publicity as long as they spell your name right. That's the truth. If you don't like one candidate, for whatever reason, now, when I say that, and I can't tell you what to do voting-wise, but this is the same in all of your life. If it's just a personal or or you're doing it because other people say so, I suggest you grow a brain and ask some good questions, okay? And start to find out what you really stand for and what they really stand for. Don't just negate the whole idea because of the rhetoric that's being thrown at you. Make your own choices. Don't get told what to believe, okay? As I tell you what to do, right? It's not the same thing. So don't focus on the negativity. Don't focus on the not that candidate can't. Focus on the candidate you would like to have in place. Focus on the ideas that you want to grow. Help your candidate. If you're talking to a politician just because they tell you something doesn't make it true, sit and have a conversation with them like yourself. If you're telling yourself, this is the truth, these are my stories, this is why this is the way it is, I can't get any better, and you're lying to yourself, stop it. Change it, reframe your story, and move forward, or help this person see things a different way. I love you. That's all the time I have for this morning. I get to teach, and I'm very grateful for the opportunities to teach and to talk to you. Thanks for being patient with me. If you like what you see, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't been a subscriber. I'm going to try to come back on here. Trust me, I got wrapped up and lost a lot, just like you. Got very negative for a while. I let this whole thing weigh me down. Today's a new day. August is a new month. Here we go. All right. I love you. Until the next time, on your mark, get set, grow.